If you are experiencing the heat this summer, stay tuned as I talk about heat-related illnesses to watch out for and how to handle going for a run when the temps are high. Hey running friends, Wrinkled Runner here. A few weeks ago I was in South Carolina visiting my daughter and her family, and even though Buffalo was experiencing a bit of a heat wave, it was nothing compared to the heat in the South. I've packed running clothes to run wherever we go for a few years now, and I find it's the best way to see a new place or experience an old one. This trip was no exception, and thankfully it is so easy to find out what the weather is going to be as you're packing. So when we started out in the mornings, it was already 80 degrees Fahrenheit and the sun was beating down on us. The humidity was very, very high, which contributed to a really uncomfortable hot run. I am more acclimated to the heat at this point than my husband is, so I have to be very aware of how he is doing. His heart rate will shoot up higher than normal, and this leads to some dangerous situations. Because I know him so well, I am aware when he is starting to get into trouble, and we can walk it out and then also get a drink. I just took my recertification course for CPR, first aid, and AED, so I was able to refresh my memory on tackling heat-related illnesses. It's pretty scary what can happen in the heat, so we have to be prepared as runners. I'm going to talk a bit about different health issues that can arise if you are exerting yourself in the hot sun. So heat cramps are painful spasms in the muscles. If this happens, you need to stop immediately. Get to a cooler place. You should drink a sports drink, something with electrolytes. And in the class, I learned that water is actually last on the list of hydrating fluids if you are in heat distress. So if you're going to run on a really hot day, please take a bottle of electrolytes with you along with your water. I know it's a pain. And when I first started carrying water with me, I was so uncomfortable. I used one of those handheld ones and it was sloshing and I absolutely just could not do it. Now I use this hydration belt and it carries 2 bottles of water, and while it still isn't my favorite thing to do, I do it. So coconut water or even drinking milk is recommended over water if you start to experience heat illnesses, including heat cramps. But if water is all you have, make sure you are drinking. The Red Cross also cautions against using salt tablets if you start to feel like heat-related illness coming on. So some of us carry them on long runs, so just be aware that you shouldn't just be popping them willy-nilly. So symptoms of heat cramps are pretty straightforward. Your muscles start to cramp. You may also feel thirsty, be sweating a lot more than usual for you, and also very tired. So heat exhaustion is more severe and you need to take care before you head into heat stroke, which actually can be fatal. So stop and get to a cool air-conditioned place and loosen or remove clothing. You're going to have someone fan you or mist your body, and you're going to want to drink. You may be confused and think you don't need to and think you're fine, which is a sign that your mental state is compromised. You should drink in the order of sports drink, coconut water, milk, or water. Now, if you're feeling like you can't handle doing any of that, you need to call 911 or have someone else do it for you. Heat exhaustion is occurring if you're feeling weak, you have pale and cool skin, you have a headache and nausea, chills, goosebumps, you're sweating a ton, and you're feeling faint or dizzy. Keep in mind, you don't have to have all the symptoms listed in order to be having a heat-induced medical issue. If you think you are suffering from the heat, you are. Don't be a hero, stop running, and assess. So a heat stroke is the most life-threatening of the heat-related illnesses. You may lose consciousness, so do not be hesitant in calling 911 if you have a throbbing headache, you stop sweating, your skin is red, hot, and dry. Remember, heat exhaustion will render your skin pale and cool. So if your skin has gone from pale and cool to red and hot, you are in trouble. You may also have a rapid and strong pulse. Now with heat exhaustion, your pulse is going to be weak. So if it's strong, your body will need cooling and medical help immediately. Don't try to find water or hope this goes away. Call 911 or direct someone else to if you can't. You will probably be very confused. So if you have presence of mind, you need to call 911. Because heat stroke can be fatal, I really suggest that everyone has a running partner on days that are hot and humid. Having someone that can help and can recognize signs of heat distress could save your life. So, now that I've scared all of you, let's talk about running in hot weather. So you're going to want to carry water and electrolyte drinks with you. And you can also plan your route so you can get some during your run. Some runners even hide water bottles along their route that they're going to take the next day, the night before, and they put them behind trees or whatever. However you handle it, make sure you're going to have access to water and you're staying hydrated. Now you're going to dress properly, including a hat and sunscreen, and sunglasses can help with glare. And there's straps that you can get to keep them where they are supposed to be on your head, even if you're sweating. So I've always complained that I think my head is actually smaller than a normal head. So these straps are really helpful because they can go right up against my head. There's actually a website that you can use to give you both the weather conditions and what clothes you should be wearing. It's called Dress My Run, and I'll leave a link in the description. What's cool about the site is it gives you the humidity level as well. So you'll have all the information that you need to make a smart choice. I'll caution you, the website does not tell you if it's safe to run, so please use your good judgment. You need to slow the heck down in hot runs and don't run as many miles. Your body is probably going to want to slow you down and try to slow you down, so don't fight it. The body's temperature is going to increase, and with that comes an increase in oxygen consumption and lactate levels. So let your body do what it was designed to do in cooling you off. And when your body is telling you to take it easy, listen to it. Another way to beat the heat is run as early in the morning as you can. Now the sun rays beat down on the concrete during the day, and the sidewalks and roads actually soak up all that heat and saves it. Not only does running later expose you to more heat from above, you're also being baked from below. During a heat wave, running just before the sun comes up can really help you prevent heat-related illnesses because the concrete has time to cool during the night. My final piece of advice is if it's too hot, don't run. Everyone's too hot is different, so if you are a new runner, you need to learn yours. Stay in tune with your body, and if you're on a run and start to feel like it is too hot, call it a day and note the temperature. Decide that when it is that hot or humid, you're not going to go out for a run, or you're going to run on a treadmill in an air-conditioned place, or go for a swim instead. So next week, I'll be continuing to talk about running in the heat and focusing on hydration. YouTube videos come out every Wednesday morning, so subscribe now and get notified whenever a new one is live. The Wrinkled Runner is a YouTube channel, blog, and podcast, and you can link to all of them below in the description. I'll also link to any resources I talked about in the video or showed you. You can email me at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com with any of your running questions, and or hit the link below to subscribe to my once a month newsletter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the run.